February 6th, 2004. The second set in the Mirrodin block left a mark on Magic the Gathering through indestructible might. Welcome to Darksteel. Upon this hollowed world, the machines from above continue to march as players join the elf Glissa on a quest for the truth about her home. Overcoming the machinations of the artificer Memnarch, players will be put into the possession of powerful spells such as Skullclamp, Arcbound Ravager, and Aether Vial. Will our filthy casuals crack under pressure, or will they be forged from—
Whoa, wait a sec. If you're looking for a series following professional players, analyzing Magic's vast catalog, and exploring its deep strategic gameplay, this isn't it. But after stumbling through a legacy of history, we're now taking our brand of chaos to new planes as we continue our journey. Join us as we open packs from each set, moving in chronological order, expanding our ever-growing collection, and of course, trying to one-up each other each episode. We're not modern masters making top 8 at your local game store. We're just some filthy casuals, and this is our Modern Progression series. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. My name is Kurin.
My name's Colin.
And we are Filthy Casuals, where we always bring our best antiquities cards when we start Modern.
Yeah, that's antiquities are artifacts, right?
It's just paying homage. Arcades versus Colossus of Sardia, the ultimate, the ultimate Modern match.
The oldies are the goodies, you know.
It's true. What can we say?
Yeah.
We've become the dads of Magic, where we're like,
we like classic rock.
We like classic metal, you know? Yeah. Colin, today is very special because we are entering a new period of Magic. For those that haven't joined us yet, this is the start of Modern. We're just getting into it with the Mirrodin block. And today we're following it up with a set very dear to my heart, Darksteel. Darksteel is a very cool set. I like I said, I started playing around Mirrodin. And so, you know, once we get into Darksteel, Fifth Dawn, Kamigawa, those are the sets I got more and more into as time progressed. So Darksteel's very, very near and dear to my heart. I remember when it got announced, there was a magazine in the Chapters bookstore, and I picked up the magazine and I looked through it, and they had the new Darksteel cards, and they showed off Darksteel Beast, and it had this new keyword which we'll talk about when we're looking at the set. And I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. So
oh my god.
Yeah.
Whole new game.
Whole new game. Colin, if these lovely people watching want to stay around with us and enjoy our content, what can they do?
They can like, comment, and potentially support us in other ways. Not limited to join our Patreon.
That's true. If you're feeling especially spicy, you can join our Patreon, link in the description below. For as little as $2 a month, you can join our Discord and hang out and send messages and talk about the episodes and join Team Lang or Team Croft or maybe other factions that may or may not exist. Who's to say?
Ooh.
Who's to say? I think it's time we jump into Darksteel. That's what everybody came here for. So without further ado, whoop, that was terrible. Hang on. Whoop. No, that's not going to work either. Hang on. Whoa, crazy. Amazing.
Whoa. How do you do that, Kieran?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Darksteel. So Glissa Sunspeaker, the elf, she's going down. You know, we met up with Glissa. We're like, yo, girl, what's your deal? She's like, I want to know. She's going downtown. She wants to know what is the deal with this plane. And so we're checking it out. It's apparently hollow. The plane of Mirrodin is hollow. And there's this little guy down there named Memnarch, and Memnarch is trying to figure things out and become like the ruler of Mirrodin or something. I don't know. I'm just following Glissa at this point. Yeah. Follow the green is what they say, you know?
Follow the green.
Yeah.
Green is good.
Green is good. Darksteel is a crazy set. We already see the two new mechanics in this set. The first one being modular, which allows a creature to enter the battlefield with a number of +1 counters on equal to its modular level. And then when it put into the graveyard, you put its its +1 counters onto any other artifact creature. So basically gets to move its counters around.
Seems pretty good.
It's very strong and a core staple in the affinity archetype for Modern, at least back when I used to play and knew more about it. I don't know what Modern looks like these days with Lord of the Rings cards, to be honest, but at least back in the day, that's what we're looking at in terms of affinity. And then we also see Indestructible, which was the aforementioned magazine keyword I was kind of alluding to. Indestructible means that destroy effects and lethal damage cannot destroy the creature or the permanent or whatever it has indestructible. So it can't be destroyed. It can only be exiled or returned back to your hand, etc. Very, very, very strong ability. And Colin, Darksteel Colossus. I am hoping I can bank one of those. Maybe I'll be replacing some other Colossuses in a deck today.
I feel like some of the Antiquities cards will not be coming back after you open your packs.
Maybe, perhaps. Honestly, if we can pull crazy today, this is the set to do it. We also have cards like Arcbound Ravager, Arcbound Seer. These are modular cards that we're seeing a lot of competitive play. The ability to sacrifice artifacts to put +1 counters on Arcbound Ravager, then modular them to something with flying, like an Ornithopter or something like that. Very strong. We have commander staples like Darksteel Forge. Find their way into every deck that has artifacts. They make all your artifacts indestructible, Colin. So if I can pick up a Darksteel Forge,
good.
I'll be very, very happy. One of my favorite counter spells of all time, maybe my favorite counter spell of all time, is Last Word. 4 mana, can't be countered by itself, and then counter a spell. See, it's the super counter spell. 4 mana,
someday
though.
Someone will best me, but it won't be
today.
And it won't be you.
Yeah.
That is a Filthy Casuals motto.
I
right
love that saying, for sure. And then we have Memnarch, the boy himself. I actually think Memnarch would be a really good pull for my deck as well, because 7 mana for a 4/5, but you pay 3 mana to make a permanent become an artifact, and then you pay 4 mana to gain control of any artifact.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So if you have enough mana,
especially with those Urza lands.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
I just need to put a little more blue mana in that deck, perhaps, but it is possible. We have Shield of Kaldra, which a commenter really wanted us to play Kaldra if we got all the pieces. There is still a slim chance that we could still do that, but that'll come down to the wheel today.
I was gonna say some good wheel rolls on your end might open up some opportunities.
Perhaps. Serum Powder's hilarious. It actually alters how you do mulligans. So we might have to actually, if we get this card, might have to think about how this works with our mulligan. It is a little bit weird and unique.
Wait, what is it?
3 mana, tap it for 1 colorless, so it's a mana rock. Anytime you can mulligan and Serum Powder is in your hand, you can instead remove your hand from the game and then draw that many cards.
Oh.
So basically it allows you to dodge a mulligan, but you have to exile your hand.
Right.
So we could probably still do this with the 12.
You would just draw 12
You'd have to
more.
Exile 12 and then draw 12 and then potentially.
That would be kind of nuts though, because if you keep getting Serum Powders, you can get your ultimate hand eventually.
Well, yeah, if you had multiple copies of Serum Powder, then yeah.
But I guess
but then you're exiling
right?
12 cards at a time, right?
Oh, you exile.
You exile, they ain't come back.
Oh,
yeah.
That's way more risky.
Yeah,
You're not going back in your deck.
No. So if you had 3 or 4 of them, you could just exile your whole deck.
There's one card I would like to point out, Kurin.
Is it a goblin?
Maybe. I think it's not only a goblin, Kurin.
Okay.
It's the rightful ruler of Mirrodin. Slowbad, Goblin Tinker.
The rightful ruler indeed. All right.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Hold on to your seat.
Okay, I got it.
So 2 mana, 1/2. Sacrifice an artifact. Target artifact becomes indestructible until end of turn.
Any artifact?
Any artifact.
That's crazy. Especially in your goblin deck that was notorious for all the artifacts it had.
Oh yeah.
We've got Aether Vial, modern merfolk staple, allows you to, or any kind of human decks I think run it as well. Basically allows you to start cheating creatures out for free. Oh, Darksteel Brute. This was the card I saw in the magazine.
Oh,
Darksteel Brute. Yeah, iconic art.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I remember that card.
It's not good, but
yeah. Still though. I mean, I guess it's like indestructible.
It's indestructible. Yeah, it's indestructible. We've got Skull Clamp, Commander Staple Skull Clamp would be pretty strong in the right deck. Yeah. We've got Darksteel Citadel, an indestructible artifact land. Darksteel Ingot is an indestructible mana rock. And then even at the bottom we have Whispercell Cloak, making creatures it's an equipment that makes the creature unblockable and untargetable. Yeah, smaller set, Colin, so that means we're gonna have a higher chance of getting the cards we want. Just a lot of power here. A lot of power.
Lots of opportunity, lots of upgrades. I feel like I'm never gonna have an easier time than I had last episode against your artifact deck.
Yes, things are only going to get more challenging moving forward.
Yeah,
I think that's true.
exponentially. So,
but am I even going to play my artifact deck today,
That's
or
true.
am I going to switch it up with one of my extra 2 deck slots that I have?
exactly, you have tons of options.
I have so many options, and I'm also going to have more options when I spin the Wheel of Fortune. And
boy.
I'm actually not looking forward to you spinning the Victor's Wheel, because you could get some juicy stuff on there as well.
Very true.
Well, we'll find out shortly, or at least the audience will, because that's where we're going right now. Colin, I look very much forward to seeing what we've got going for us in this episode and trying to take you down another peg.
Hey, it's even now. Kieran, we could just shake hands right now and make peace.
Just draw.
Yeah.
Does anybody want that? Let us know down in the comments. Do you want
Yeah.
us just to make peace? Series over?
Yeah, we can just hang out. You know,
We can
I'm
just
sure people
hang
would
out.
love that.
You're going down, Willis Croc. I'll see you on the other side. All right, everybody. Today, I unfortunately am at the Wheel of Fortune. Unfortunate that we lost the episode, but not unfortunate that I get to spin this cool wheel. So we're gonna give it a few clicks and see what we get. There's so many more options in the Legacy Progression series. I'm excited to see what we can come up with. What's it gonna be? Ooh, okay. That's actually a hot fucking slice of the pie. It's really funny we almost got the Dijin Merchant, which is what Colin got last episode. But prior packs 6x means we get to open up 6 more packs of Mirrodin, as well as our 18 packs of Darksteel. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. Maybe we can pull that Sword of Caldra still. Let's jump into it. We're here with 6 packs from Mirrodin from the Wheel of Fortune. Unlike last series in the Legacy Progression where you were only able to open 3 packs from the wheel, this was a small special slice that had 6 packs. And so there is some potential here. Let's jump into it and see what we get in our first pack. It's loading a little slowly. Okay, Imperial Plate isn't a bad rare. Equip creature is +1/+1 for each card in your hand. This is a nice little finisher for decks that like to, you know, draw lots of cards. Also worth mentioning, we are gonna be able to hopefully fill out more of our artifact lands here too. So that's what I'm also keeping an eye out for. Thirst for Knowledge, also not a bad pull. All right, pack number 2 here. Another Living Hive. We have that already. And that's pretty much all that calls out to me in this pack. All right, let's see what we get in the next one here. A Pentavis. Okay, Pentavis is interesting. 7 mana, 0/0, enters with 5/+1 counters. Remove a +1 counter to make a 1/1 artifact creature with flying, or pay 1, sacrifice a Pentavite, the counter you just made, to put +1 counter on it. This is very similar to Tetravis, and I actually think this could make it into our Tron deck. So that's a cool pull. Pack number 4 wasn't that great. Let's see what we get into pack number 5. Okay, we got an Isochron Scepter. That's very, very good to see. Psychogenic Probe is whenever an ability causes a player to shuffle their library, deal 2 damage to them. It's not that great, but Isochron Scepter, we like to see that. Let's jump into our last pack here. Another Imperial Plate and a Loxodon Warhammer. Unfortunately, also got another Welding Jar. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more artifact lands. That's really disappointing. We got 2 Imperial Plate and the Pentavis from this pack. Pentavis is a really strong card. I'm happy to see that, and the Isochron Scepter was nice, but honestly, we didn't get to see any more of the artifact lands beyond that, and we didn't get any more copies of our Mire or Frogmite that had the affinity for artifacts that I can see. So unfortunately, our Wheel of Fortune wasn't too fortunate. It wasn't bad, and I'm happy to get these cards, but let's jump into Darksteel and see what we can pick up there.
All right, so we are here with our Victor's Wheel today. This is the first one of the season. I'm kind of curious to see what we get going. Last time, I believe Kieran got the Deck Box Plus, which is probably the best thing on here, but let's spin, see what we get, and we can go from there. Wow, well, that made things quite easy for us. I guess we get a 4th deck box, just as Kieran got a 4th deck box last time. There are other things on this wheel, I swear, and hopefully we can get to explaining them a bit better when we get there. Let's hop into opening packs and see what happens.
Okay, we're here with Darksteel, and man, look at this fiery background. Let's see if we can open up a Darksteel Colossus. I would love to see that. I would also love to see a Darksteel Forge. That would be a nice one as well. There's just so many good cards in this set, so let's not make you wait any longer. Let's jump into this first pack here. Unfortunately, not a lot. Shunt is a 3-mana instant that changes the target of a spell with a single target. That's like kind of old style version of this ability. Now you can do this for like 2 mana, I think, and it's usually uncommon. Yeah, not much to write home about for this first pack. All right, pack number 2 here. We got Turn the Tables. 5 mana. All combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn is dealt to an attacking creature. It's fine. All right, pack number 3 here. Panoptic Mirrors, an imprint card. Beginning of your upkeep, you may copy an imprinted instant or sorcery and play the copy without paying its mana cost. Okay, it's fine.
Alright, so today we're actually opening the full amount of packs, unlike last time at 18 of Darksteel. This art is kind of intense, so hopefully this bodes well that that is Kurin and not me in this upcoming game, but let's just start cracking packs and see what happens. Alright, pack 1 are Rare's Mire Matrix, which is one of Kurin's favorite cards way back when we played. Indestructible, all Mires get +1/+1, pay 5 mana, put a Mire artifact creature token into play. Obviously not the greatest, but if you have lots of mana, turns out to be pretty good. We also see another classic Tears of Rage. It's a 4 mana instant. Tears of Rage, you can only play it during your attack step, but each creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. Sacrifice the creatures at the end of turn. Big last final push swing card. Could maybe be good in an aggro strat, who knows. 4 mana seems, I mean, it's like not out of the realm of possibility, but again, it's an all-in card. It's kind of scary.
All right, next pack here. I'm a little disappointed so far. Oh, okay. This is a pack. We got Darksteel Citadel at the bottom here. Got another Whisper Silk Cloak. Got some more affinity stuff, modular stuff. We also have the Aether Vial, which is a very strong card to have for certain archetypes. All right, getting to our next pack. Okay, Arcbound Overseer is a card from Magic the Gathering and another Darksteel Citadel. That's nice. Arcbound Overseer is an 8 mana modular 6. So that's actually not bad for our Urza deck. We can probably get that out pretty easily. In the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1 counter on each creature with modular you control. So this is kind of the modular lord, the modular payoff. So if we could get another copy of this guy, I'd be really happy, but this guy might slot in. We might have to change our Urza deck into more of a modular deck. That would be kind of interesting to see. All right, next pack here. Okay, Reshape's cool. Reshape is X mana and 2 blue. As an additional cost to play, sack an artifact. Search your library for an artifact with convert mana cost X or less and put it into play. So this is very much like a third transmute artifact. Not as good as transmute artifacts. It doesn't discount the cards you're searching for. But for our purposes, this is pretty much a third copy of transmute artifact.
All right, we see our first rare modular card in Arcbound Overseer. Seems pretty good. I feel like modular is maybe going to be a driving force. I feel like counters and stuff haven't really been a thing too much in our series until now, but modular is quite a powerful mechanic, and especially if you can keep pumping out creatures, this gets sticky, and if you can't handle it, it just turns into a whole mess. Interesting, we got a Reshape, which is pretty good. As Kurin said, I think it was like Artifact Affinity or whatever Antiquities card he has. But it's basically an artifact tutor as long as you sacrifice another artifact, which could be quite powerful, especially in a deck running lots of artifacts. Alright, we got the silly Serum Powder card where, you know, we can do the mulligan shenanigans. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like generally the decks I make wouldn't benefit from that too much. I don't know if Kurin has any crazy wombo combos that he can pull off, but always potential, I suppose. We now have 2 more deck slots, so, you know, world's our oyster. We also see the other classic Skull Clamp, which could become a little bit relevant in our Goblin deck as a good way to wheel through more Goblins. Also, Gef's Grimoire is quite interesting because it could potentially be put into our discard deck. It's 4 mana. Whenever an opponent discards a card from his or her hand, you may draw a card, so it could help build that value engine of discard quite quickly.
All right, next pack here. Oh, another Turn the Tables. Come on, man. Oh, this is bad. All right, we're getting into the bottom bit of our packs here. It's been pretty rough. Other than the Overlord modular guy and the extra transmute artifact Reshape card, it's been rough. So hopefully we can turn it around with this pack. Oh my god. Okay, we got Skull Clamp. That's a good card. Skull Clamp, I don't think we talked about it in the set review, but it's a 1 mana equipment. Pay 1 to equip it to a creature to give a creature +1/-1. And then when the equipped creature dies, you get to draw 2 cards. So you may imagine that this could be very strong if you have a lot of 1 toughness creatures, especially tokens, because let's say Colin has this and his squirrels, all of a sudden he can pay 1 mana to equip and kill a squirrel and draw 2 cards. So very, very, very strong. Serum Powder, honestly, maybe worth it in the Urza deck, just to make sure we get our Urza cards. Exiling 12, though, if that's the way we end up doing it, is going to be a little rough, but it does let you get free mulligan. So definitely a card to hold on to.
Back to back Serum Powders. Wow. So don't know how I feel about this. I feel like we're missing out on some really, really good rare cards. Serum Powder, though, not a Darksteel Colossus, not a Darksteel Forge. It could be many other things that we would be looking for. But, you know, maybe if we get enough serum powders, we'll have to make a serum powder deck. Also, we see another Gef's Grimoire. And then also a Spellbinder, which is kind of like an Isochron Scepter, except equipable to a creature, and you can attack whenever the creature, or you get to cast the spell whenever the creature attacks, essentially. Also quite interesting. I don't know if we have a particular deck that would be good in. It seems like you'd want to put this on something that's either unblockable or either that or something that has survivability, because it does need to actually connect with the player to use it. So we don't really have a deck like that right now. Maybe if we bring back Shadow, which I guess is like a possibility now. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we do a throwback to Spellbinder Shadow deck.
I did this before, and the last pack was also bad, but I'm gonna say, please, please, please. This has been awful. We're down to probably our last 5 packs. Let's see what we can get. Thought Distractor. I do think we almost have a playset of Whisper Silk Cloak, because that could be maybe good in our enchantment deck. Maybe. Oh no, because then you can't even enchant it. I'm losing my mind, guys. I have no hope. I still have no hope. Fangren Firstborn is a largely mediocre card. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. For those wondering why I'm scrolling like this, every time we hit the rarity sort button, it goes to the top of the page. So we're suffering for you. I hope you know. I have no words. I have no words, dude. Double serum powder.
Sword of Fire and Ice. Wow, is this the first sword of the series? Like, because there's like Sword of Feast and Famine, and there's a bunch of other ones that are usually referencing 2 colors, but Sword of Fire and Ice is kind of cool, I guess. 3-mana artifact, a creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and blue. So unfortunately, Kurin isn't playing those colors at all yet, so maybe we'll see some use out of it, maybe we won't. Whenever a quick creature deals damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and you draw a card. So both very red and blue mechanics attached on a stick. Kinda sweet. Hopefully we can find a good way to make use of it down the road. Right now, maybe not the best, because that protection is, I think, what is really powerful about those swords.
I think we're like at our last 2 packs. I need a banger. Okay, this was a good pack. Aether Vial number 2, so we can play an Aether Vial styled strategy if we want to. Maybe good in elves. I don't think Merfolk is really a thing yet. Maybe, I don't think goblins would work because they're too cheap already. I don't know, I'd have to think about that one. All right, I think this is our last pack. I could be wrong. I think it's our last pack. Arcbound Reclaimer. Modular 2, 4 mana. Remove a +1 counter from and put an artifact from your graveyard on top of your library. On top of your library? Okay, Skull Clamp number 2. That makes me a little more happy about this. It's okay. The thing that scares me now, though, is actually Geth's Grimoire. If Colin gets this is going to be brutal. For 4 mana, whenever an opponent discards a card from their hand, you get to draw a card. Colin puts this in his discard deck, I am going to be royally fucked. So I hope he doesn't open any copies of this.
Wow. Oh my god. This makes me excited and nervous. We got a Darksteel Colossus, which also means Kurin could have got a Darksteel Colossus, which is maybe worst case scenario from the set for us. But 11 mana, 11/11 trample, indestructible. If it would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, reveal Darksteel Colossus. And shuffle it into their owner's library instead, which means it sticks around forever and ever and ever unless you can exile it or put -1/-1 counters on it. It is the most annoying big artifact you could have. I guess we could play it in our band deck. It's an 11/11 trample, so it kind of fits the theme of big and stompy, and it's not legendary. As we know, Kurin is playing Caracas in every single one of his decks, so maybe it's a workaround for that. But I'm glad we got it. I think it's one of the better rares we could have got over out of these packs.
Got another pack, and we definitely have a playset of Whisper Silk Cloak. I already saw the card in the top slot, and it's not what I want. But anyways, without further ado, here's our last pack. It's the card from the art from the top. Flame Break, 3 red mana, deals 3 damage to each creature without flying and each player, and then they can't be regenerated or whatever. Yeah. Not much to say about this. Pretty underwhelming. Double serum powder. We got the Verdian Zealot. Probably won't make the cut in the edit until now. But we got the Reshape. Almost a playset of Citadels. Got the Overseer. Bunch of common uncommons. We got double Aether Vial, double Skull Clamp. I think we got double Skull Clamp. I'll have to double check that. Okay, not the worst. It's definitely not the worst opening. It could have been worse. But like double Turn the Tables, Shunt, and those other cards. Pretty lackluster. I would have liked to see at least one more banger to call this like a decent opening. opening, but it definitely wasn't the worst opening. I'm gonna have to decide if we want to bring this into Urzatron and see if we can upgrade it. I'm not sure what Colin will expect, to be honest. Otherwise, we might have to look at another archetype today. We do have 2 deck boxes open to us, so I'm gonna go take a look at our collection and see what I've got. Wish me luck.
All right, last pack got another Aether Snap. I think Aether Snap will be a nice sideboardable card for our discard deck at the very least, and potentially on the other 2 free deck slots we have now. I believe overall our pulls were pretty good. We didn't really get too many 2-ofs, but we did get a Darksteel Reactor. We got a Darksteel Colossus. Viridian Zealot's pretty good. You know, we got a decent amount of the Truths, sorry, not the Truths, the Echoing sets. So I think that's like a lot of actual sideboardable cards as well, especially because we're going to start seeing more doubles from each other's decks now. Potentially good sideboardy stuff. We also got like F's Grimoire for discard as well, so you know, we're starting to build our engines a little cleaner. I guess we'll go to the drawing board, we'll see what we got on deck, and who knows, maybe we make a new deck, maybe we run back one of our other 2. I feel like we have substantial enough upgrades that really anything is a possibility at this point. So yeah, I guess I'll see you on the game side and see what Kieran's got cooking. I feel like he has some huge artifact heat, so I'm curious to see if he brings it back or if he decides to use one of his other slots.
All right, everybody, we are here with our deck boxes. We've got Enchantress's Domain, we've got Tron Smash. Which one are we playing today? Which one indeed? I bet you'll never guess, because today we are bringing a brand new deck to fill out our 3rd out of 4 deck boxes. And I am guessing right now that you won't be able to guess what it is. Leave a comment down below, see if you can guess what the deck is before I reveal it. All right, you ready? Today we are playing Tog Recycling. Welcome to Tog Recycling Plant. I saw the ATOG as I was opening up the Mirrodin packs, and I also saw the Imperial Plate, and I kind of started to have some ideas whirling around in my head. A big shout out to patron Matt for helping me out with this deck. He was a big help in sorting through the cards. If you want to join us on our deck building and give some ideas in the live chat, and as we're kind of share our screen and build the deck together, then links down in the description. But Tog Recycling is kind of a combo-y deck. I wanted to make a deck that focused a little bit more on combo than we typically do with Filthy Casuals, and so that's kind of where we are at now. So we'll go through the card to card. First of all, we have ATOG. We'll start with ATOG. 2 mana, 1/2, sacrifice an artifact. He gets +2/+2 till end of turn. This is the card that's going to hit Colin and kill him. He's actually the only red card in our deck, actually, which is kind of funny as well. We also have 4 Disciple of the Volts, which is a 1 mana 1/1. Whenever an artifact's put into a graveyard from play, an opponent loses a life. That is also going to combo well with ATOG, because every time we sacrifice an artifact, Colin's going to lose a life. So you get the general premise of the deck. I'll keep going with the creatures for now. We've got an Extruder, which is a 4 mana 4/3 with Echo, which kind of sucks. You need to pay the 4 mana again on your next upkeep. But it's another sacrifice outlet. Sacrifice an artifact, put a +1 counter on a creature. Could be on our ATOG, could be on the Disciples, could be on the Extruder itself. That pairs very, very well with our new Pentavis, which we opened up in our Wheel of Fortune packs, and our Tetravis, both of which enter with +1/+1 counters on them, and can remove those counters in one way or another to create 1/1 tokens. So the nice thing is with Extruder, technically with Extruder and let's say Pentavis, as long as let's say I had 10 mana open, I can do this little loop 10 times, because I can pay 1 mana, remove a +1 counter, make a Pentavite, then I can sacrifice the Pentavite to put a +1 counter on Pentavis, then I can pay 1 mana to remove the +1 counter, etc, etc. You get the gist of it. So if we can do that 10 times, all of a sudden a Disciple of the Vault is doing 10 damage to Colin, 20 damage if there are 2 of them on the field. So you can start to see some of the interactions this deck has. Pentavis and Extruder are definitely the best combo for that, but Tetravis technically works for that as well. We've got 3 Mara Moon Vessel, which are just 1/1 dinky guys, and when they're put in the graveyard, you get mana. So they're just nice to sacrifice to the ATOG or to anything else. For our artifacts, we've got 3 Chromatic Sphere. They're basically just filter our mana if we need to. Can also draw an extra card, or they get sacrificed to ATOG. Our Imperial Plate, which is an equipment that gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand. We have a decent amount of card draw in this deck, so we could actually just equip this to an ATOG or any other creature, get them really big. We got 2 Necrogen Spell Bombs, which allow us to make Colin discard cards from his hand. We've got a Panoptic Mirror, which is another combo piece. I'll loop back to this in a minute. Pyrite Spell Bomb, which can do 2 damage to any target. Skull Clamp, which gives +1/-1. Why is the art so modern? Much better. We got the proper art now. Skull Clamp is +1/-1, and when the creature dies, you get to draw 2 cards. Very good with these little 1/1s, can basically pay 1 mana to draw 2 cards and sacrifice a creature. And then 3 Whisper Silk Cloak. If we equip this to Atog, Colin's going to have a very hard time dealing with it, and it's going to basically kill him in one fell swoop. For our instance, we just got our 3 Factor Fiction, and then for our sorceries, we've got 2 Deep Analysis, which can draw us a bunch of cards. We've also got Thoughtcast, which draws cards, and then 2 Tutors, both in Diabolical Intent and Ristic Tutor, which can get into our kind of combo-esque pieces. Now, for our last and final trick, we have our Temporal Manipulation and Time Warp, 2 cards that Colin has not banned, and both allow us to take extra turns. Now, what our patron informed me of was if I put this onto Panoptic Mirror, I get infinite turns. So Panoptic Mirror is a 5 mana artifact. Pay X and exile a instant or sorcery with mana value X from your hand from the game. In the beginning of your upkeep, you get a copy it for free. So if I pay 5 mana to play this card, and then 5 mana to exile Time Warp from my hand, now every upkeep, I'm getting an extra turn. So Colin just loses the game by default. So he's not going to be happy about that one, but it is a cheeky little combo that he's going to have to watch out for and have the right cards to deal with. In our sideboard, we've got 2 Aether Spellbomb to bounce his bigger creatures, Library of Lanks for his discard, another Pyrite Spellbomb in case he's going something like Goblins, Engineered Plague for the same reason. Croesus Charm was just kind of a suite of removal and different effects. Terror, good against stuff from his Bant deck like Arcades. Krakus, may as well put it in the side deck. It deals with both Greel, Arcades, and Achroma. Bribery, again for Achroma, and Pyroclasm again if he's going to go with a go wide strategy. Guys, this is the Tog Recycling Plant. We're open for business, and I can't wait to grind Colin to a pulp. Wish me luck.
All right, so today we ended up using another one of our deck boxes. We had 4 thanks to our roll on the wheel, so now we are filling 3 of our 4 slots. We decided to go with something a little fun. This is a little Croft Crew collab brew, something that maybe will throw Kurin off his game a little bit, because I don't think he'd expect me to play something like this. Going forward, though, we do potentially limit our possibilities for our 4th slot, because there is a stereotypical archetype we love to play in Croft Crew over here, which is red aggro, specifically Goblin aggro. But for this deck, we've done something a little different. Considering we're in the Mirrodin block, we adopted some artifact tech. We are playing an Izzet modular artifact deck. Now, modular is one of the new abilities in this set, where it's basically modular 3 or some number after it. Basically what that means is the creature will come into play with that many +1/+1 counters on it, but then when it goes into the graveyard, you can then move those counters onto another artifact creature. Luckily for us, because we have so many artifact creatures now in Mirrodin, we have 13 specifically, which are filled out with basically almost every modular creature we could have. Ones of note, at least, are Arcbound Fiend, which is a 6 mana modular 3 with Fear, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may move a +1/+1 counter from target creature on to Arcbound Fiend. The other one would be Arcbound Overseer, which is one of the bigger modular ones in the set, being modular 6, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature of modular you control. So we have some synergy going there, and of course we needed to play our big boy Darksteel Colossus, just because it will drive Kurin insane. It's one of his favorite cards. Whether we got one or not, he'll hopefully have a good reaction to it coming out. Of course, what is the best way to employ an 11/11 Indestructible Trample? It's by giving it Haste of Lightning Greaves. So we have some synergy there to put some pressure on. We're building up to get this Darksteel Colossus out. The biggest issue we ran into, of course, is mana, but then when I was looking in our cards, and we do have a full playset of Urza's lands, so we're currently running 3 of each. Mostly the rest are just to fill out color needs, and also some indestructible lands in case there's some land destruction tech coming out as well. The other angle we have, if our Darksteel Colossus won't come and beat down Kurin, is our good old reliable big fireball Urza tech. So we're running a bunch of fireballs and Caverix torches. Hopefully this will come into play as a crutch. As if we last long enough, we can just kind of blow Kurin out of the water if we need to with a big fireball. The other third fallback strategy, which is maybe a bit of the Croft Crew special coming in, is we got a card in our pack openings called, let me find it, where is it? Darksteel Reactor. Darksteel Reactor is a 4 mana indestructible artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor. Cool. What happens with those charge counters? Well, if you get up to 20 of them or more, you win the game. And it's not even an upkeep thing. As soon as this thing gets 20 on it, you win. So you're like, wow, Colin, you're going to play a 4-mana artifact and wait around 20 turns. And I'm like, okay, give me a little more credit than that. There's these interesting red cards called Dismantles. So Dismantle is a 3-mana sorcery card, which can specifically help us in our current setup, and potentially in 2 ways. We can use it against Kurin if he's playing creatures, but more notably so, we can use it against our own creatures to help power a reactor. How does that happen? Well, Dismantle destroys target artifact. If that artifact has counters on it, put that many +1/+1 counters or charge counters on an artifact you control. Turns out Darksteel Reactor has charge counters. So in theory, we should be able to blow up our own modular things to build our Darksteel Reactor, and maybe, just maybe, sneak a fast one past Kurin if we do the right order of operations and the stars align. Might be a bit of a long shot, but I think we would floor him if we pulled it off, something he would not expect at all. So to support this kit, we obviously need to stay alive. Good things to do when you're trying to stay alive are draw cards using Brainstorm and Factor Fiction. We also have some Skull Clamps to maybe synergize with our modular stuff. And then we are also running some Counterspell kit to help with defensively. You know, there's a lot of indestructible things in this set, so Counterspell is a way to get around that because things aren't indestructible until they enter play, as far as I understand. We also have some Fabricate to hunt down our Colossus if we need to, and we also have some Darksteel Ingots to help with our color spread. I know Kurin was running into issues with that. We went over the deck, and I believe our only 2 color pip cards are counter spells right now, so hopefully we'll be okay on the color front. I know that Kurin ran into problems last game, so we're being a little cautious there. Good news is, though, the only thing that really requires our Urzas are Fireballs and Darksteel. So we're not also super reliant on there. Hopefully this deck isn't spread too thin in so many different areas, and hopefully we can really catch Kurin off guard and make use of this weird kind of 3-pronged attack, and hopefully one of them will be able to get through. In our sideboard we have a bunch of juicy bits as well, but I feel like I'm going to save that for our next games as we go through. Hopefully it will come in handy against Kurin. If not, you know, this is a fun Croft crew special. I feel like we have also a lot of room to tweak and improve our Is It artifact archetype.
Colin, welcome to Mirrodin, the plane where dreams never end. Are you ready for a beatdown of your lifetime?
A beatdown, you say? Big creatures, you say?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You might not be too happy with what I've put in the kitchen and brought out to serve. It's let's just say modern is about to begin.
Okay.
I have a question for you. How was your deck building? How were things? I took a while for mine, so.
Yeah, you guys took forever. I don't know what was going on over there in the Lang Gang crew. But, you know, we had fun in Croft Crew side. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what happens today. We may have found some interesting synergies.
Okay. Well, before we get started here, Colin, there's something we've been forgetting to do, and I apologize for. That is to give our patrons a little bit of a shout out before the games begin. So today we're going to be giving a shout out to 4 patrons. Some of them are brand new, and some of them have been around for a while. Max Gunter, Michael Kennedy, Andy C., and Rex.
Wow.
Thank you all for being lovely patrons. We appreciate the support.
All the homies.
All right, Colin, let's not make them wait any longer. Roll to see who wins here. I got a 13.
God. You got a turn 1 win con? Okay. 19.
19. All right.
Survive
Are you
this
going first,
game.
son?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. You can go first here. Let me pass it over to you. All right. I've not forgotten now to turn the clock on. We are on the clock.
Excellent.
Might be the first time I've remembered in a while, but let's draw our 12 cards and pick the 5 we're going to be pitching.
Excellent.
This is exactly what I want to see. Maybe. It's actually more tough than I thought. All right, this is controversial, but I'm getting rid of these 5 cards here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And I'm going to be getting rid of these 5 on my left. Hopefully also your left.
I'm sure it'll be on someone's left. Oh, he doesn't drag and drop onto the deck. What a plebeian.
Hey, we like to keep things simple, and I'm sick as fuck.
That's true. All right, Colin, best of luck to you. Yeah, you're taking her off.
All right, I will go to my main one. We shall play an island and pass turn to you, sir.
Do you know how little that narrows things down for me? All right. Untap.
I like to keep you guessing, you know?
Clearly. Main one, I'm going to throw down a... Actually, how fast No, I'm gonna Polluted Delta.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm gonna tap it and pay a life to go searching for a swamp or an island.
Excellent. Love to see it.
I will grab an island.
New deck.
New deck? What are you talking about? I have green and I have blue in my Urza deck. And
You don't have black in yours deck.
It's true, I don't have black in my Urza deck. Maybe I'm just doing it for efficiency. No, deck thing.
Yeah,
deck
yeah,
thing.
yeah. You need lands in your graveyard.
That's right. I'm also gonna play a new card I just opened, Colin.
Okay.
Skull Clamp.
Excellent. Love to see it.
Yes. And I'll pass to you.
All right, I will untap, upkeep, draw. Moving to main 1. I am going to play an Urza's Tower.
Oh god!
And I'm going to play 2 mana.
What is
To
happening?
play an Arcbound Slith.
Okay.
And I will
You're
pass
such a
turn to you.
copycat piece of shit. You're such a...
Hey, I have a playset too.
That's true. You do have a playset too. All right, it should be interesting then. All right, Arcbound Slith enters with a +1/+1.
Yep.
And then when he deals combat damage, you get +1. Okay, and then he is modular. That's a bit spooky. Okay, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. That's not a bad draw. Arcbound Slith. That's gonna get really scary very quickly.
Is it?
I mean, it's got bigger and bigger.
It's
every
just the
turn.
1/1.
He's just a 1/1. Yeah. He is just a 1/1 for now. So you know what? Maybe I'll throw you a bone in terms of what I'm doing. I'm gonna play a Sulphurous Spring.
Okay.
So I'm in Grixis colors, it seems.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna pay a life to take and get a red mana and play blue mana. And you know what, Colin? We here at Tog Industries like to
oh god.
like to recycle our trash. So I'm gonna cast ATOG, the one and only.
The man, the myth, the legend. I respect
man,
it.
the myth, the legend. ATOG is here.
Sacrificing
with-
artifacts, hey?
Perhaps. I'll pass to you.
Interesting. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Go into main 1.
Mirrodin has shaped both of our deck boxes, it seems.
Oh yeah, I will play Seat of the Synod.
Nice. Okay.
Is
Calling
that-
on artifacts. What a time to be alive.
I knew it would surprise you. I would enjoy keeping my Arcbound Slith alive, so I will pass turn to you.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Coward. All right. I don't see another Ursula land. That makes me a bit happy. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main 1. That's pretty funny. I'm going to play a Darksteel Citadel.
Okay. Indestructible. Are you playing land destruction, you monster?
Maybe.
What's going on over there?
Nothing, don't worry about it. And then I'm going to pay 1 blue mana and then 1 2 colorless mana and cast Thoughtcast Affinity 2. So
Draw
that's going
2
to be
cards.
draw 2 cards.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, very good, very good. All right, with that, I'll just pass to you. Slow and steady.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Guess we're both moving pretty slow. You know, I think you played pretty well, so I'm gonna play Darksteel Citadel.
Okay, sure. Oh, are you running land destruction, you motherfucker?
I'll pay 2 and play an Arcbound Stinger.
Okay.
And I'll
A
pass
little
to you.
modular flyer boy.
Yeah.
1/1+1 on him. All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main 1. That's pretty good. I'm going to play a Vault of Whispers.
It's gonna be a big ATOG.
It's gonna be a big ATOG.
Can be +6/+6 right now.
Oh, this is actually kind of right now. Yeah, he could go to 7/8. I'm going to play. Oh, this is a tough one. Do I do that or that? Is this instant? It's not. Okay. Okay, let's go 1, and I'm gonna cast Disciple of the Vault.
Oh no.
1 mana, 1/1 human cleric. Whenever any artifact is put into any graveyard from play, I can have an opponent lose 1 life.
Yikes. That's scary.
I'm gonna pay 1 and take a damage for another black mana. I'm gonna play a Disciple of the Vault. It's a 1 mana 1/1 human cleric.
Oh no. So
And
I could lose 6 life right now.
You
Okay.
could lose. No. You'd only lose. Oh yeah, I guess it would be 6. Yeah,
6.
if I sacked all 3. That's
Yeah.
right. And then I'll go and equip my Skull Clamp, I think, to my ATOG. And I mean, doing 13 damage to you is pretty funny. But I think I'm just gonna
Pretty
pass.
good. All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main 1. Interesting.
I respect the modular deck. I was thinking about modular today as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna pay off that much.
Well,
Yeah.
my deck revolves around killing
Okay, I'll
artifacts.
play a Great Furnace.
What? Please tell me you're in black as well. Please tell me you're in black.
You'll have to
Because
find
that
out.
would be so funny. Okay.
I genuinely don't know what to do.
Take your time. Take your time.
I know what I'm gonna sideboard, which is gonna be horrible for you, but.
All right. Don't make promises you can't keep.
You know what? I'll just play it simple. I'll go to combat and swing for 1.
Sure, I'll take 1.
And second main, I'll play
Oh, big.
Arcbound Bruiser.
Ooh,
Modular
okay.
3.
Okay. Break in case of emergency.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Pass turn.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1.
At least he's thinking. Doesn't mean he has it.
No, I don't know.
You're pretty freaking close, though.
I mean, I'm definitely assembling for sure. I'm just gonna go combat and swing it for 2.
Okay, I will block with the Bruiser.
Hey, sounds good to me. All right, so Atog dies, and I draw 2 cards.
Okay.
All right, main 2. Main 2, I'll go take a damage for red and colorless and cast another Atog.
Okay. The ATOG train
And then-
continues.
Atog train continues. I'll throw down an island, and then I will go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna cast a spell that's been in my collection for a while since Prophecy,
Okay.
but I kind of forgot about it. I'm gonna cast Rhystic Tutor. So unless you can pay
Oh.
2 mana, I get a tutor. That's basically the gist of it.
Okay, I mean, go for it. Tutor your tutor's
Sweet.
dreams, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna grab any card in my deck. This is a tricky game, Colin.
Thought you had a specific one you wanted to get.
No. I just wanted to look through my deck and remember what I put in it. Sure, I'll grab this and shuffle. And with that, I will pass you.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. On the main 1, play an island. I will play some Lightning Greaves.
Oh god, here we go again. Yeah,
What do I want to attach it to? I guess I'll just attach it to the Arcbound. Why
I'll
not?
allow it.
And going to combat, I'll swing with the Arcbound. And
For 3?
the Stinger.
Ooh, and the stinger. Okay, I'll take 4.
Yeah, pass turn there.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. That's so funny. It's not what I want to see though. Can I win?
How many you don't have any more artifacts.
You're right. Okay, I need to think about this. Give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. I'll throw down. Let's see if this works. I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'll cast Whisper Silk Cloak. Another fun new card from Darksteel.
Damn.
The resolve?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pay 2 and go to equip Atog with Whisper Silk Cloak.
Cool.
Okay. I will play City of Brass, take a damage, and cast Chromatic Sphere.
1 sec. Let me count. 1, 2.
You're
Yeah, I'm gonna counter that.
gonna carry the Chromatic Sphere. Oh wow, counters the Chromatic Sphere, not the Whisper Silk.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, I guess so.
I just didn't know if you had another follow up.
Doesn't go to graveyard from play, so the Disciple doesn't trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had just lethal on you.
Yeah.
If that
That's
had
why I
gone through.
countered it.
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure if you're gonna play like another Whisper Silk, and I'm like, well,
Right.
just need to keep
And
you
you're
off an
1
artifact.
damage. Oh wait, I think you.
You have
maybe
4
still
times 2
lose.
is 8.
I'm gonna go to combat. You know what? Fuck it. YOLO. Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I don't have the block.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I see. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You got it.
Because
Yeah,
then you
I'll
block, yeah, and then I sack the Whisper Silk, Skull Clamp, Vault, and Darksteel. So technically, I'll do it. Obviously, I'll do the Whisper Silk last. So you could do something to the Atog before damage still, but not like a lightning bolt or something. It'd have to be like an unsummon or something like that.
Right.
Because this is 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
So he's a 9 power.
Yep. No. So it's 9, 10, and then I get 1, 2,
9.
3, 4 times 2 is
4
8.
times 2 is 8.
So go down to
Yeah.
2.
8, 6. So that's, sorry. That's
18
4,
total.
Yeah, 8, 16. Oh, did I miscount? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. That's 4, 8. So that's 16. Oh, no, that's 8. You get to
18.
8. 9.
Right.
17. I get 17. Because Atog is. Hang on, let me just.
It's for
count this
each
up. 2, 4,
artifact,
6,
he gets
8.
+2/+2. So that's
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
8
so
plus
let me
8.
Let me just
9,
set this.
10, and then all the sacking if you do it before the combat resolves. That's another 8, so it's 18.
So he's a 9/2.
Yeah.
So that's 10 damage just from the creatures that are unblocked.
Yeah.
And then plus 8 is, okay, 18. Okay, yeah. So you go down to 2.
Sweet. So Arcbound Swift dies a horrible death. You lose all your artifacts, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh, no, and then
Um,
Arcbound dies and you lose. Oh, no, you take
No.
another damage.
No,
Wait, whenever.
your disciple dies too.
Yeah, but they see each other when they die. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from play, you may have target opponent lose 1 life. So
Do they
both
see
die
each
at the
other,
same
though?
time. So we just checked, and Disciple does see the Arcbound Slith at the same time, which means that he loses an additional 2 life when the Arcbound Slith dies, which is 20 damage.
Yep.
Hey man, you know what? Counting's for chumps. Sometimes you just gotta YOLO at your opponent. Counting's for the blockers, you know?
Yeah. Note to self,
All right.
counter Whisper Silk.
Counter Whisper Silk would have probably been the play there.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. All right, game 2.
Game 2.
All right, everyone. We managed to just clutch game 1 with a bit of cheeky artifact shenanigans. For sideboard, not much has changed. I didn't really expect him to be playing an artifact deck like this, so I didn't really bring anything for it. But I did bring in the other Pyrite Spellbomb. Took out the Necrogen Spellbombs. The Pyrite Spellbomb is good because he has modular, and the modular guys are usually small. So if he goes to modular to put a +1 counter on a creature, I can Pyrite Spellbomb that creature in response, and he doesn't get any value from it. So that's the reason I brought that in. Also brought in the Crosis's Charm because they can bounce something, they can destroy the creatures, or they can destroy artifacts. Unlike Terrors, which can't destroy artifact creatures. So I think the Crosis Charms could be handy. We don't know what else he has in his deck. It's also worth noting this can also destroy other artifacts like his lands and stuff too, so if we need to. So I'm feeling pretty good. We have game 1 and he's going to be on the back foot, so let's see if we can finish him off.
All right, so Kurin has a very fast and scary deck that we need to be very careful of. So I sideboarded in a few things to help early on, such as lightning bolts and annuls, mostly to be able to try to kill the Togs and the Disciples, and also annul, able to more easily counter the Whisper Silk Cloaks. I did pull out some Darksteel ingots and the Skull Clamps. I feel like we won't be making so much use of the Skull Clamps right now. I feel like we just need to be able to shut down his little engine that he builds. If he's not going to block our stuff anyways, our Skull Clamps won't really get too much more value on that modular. I did keep the Darksteel reactor just on the off chance we can make it happen, because I feel like this is going to be the one time I surrender as we get our new extra deck box. I'm going to go for it and see if it happens, but I'm very curious to see what Kurin brings. I feel like he's going to have a lot of artifact hate, in which case we might be in a lot of trouble, but you know, we'll just have to swing with it. This is what sideboards are all about. They're all about the hose factors, so hopefully we don't get hosed too hard.
All right, Colin. Game 2, a little bit of combo versus a little bit of artifacts. I mean, very artifact heavy on both sides, I think.
It's true.
How are you feeling about the game? How are you feeling about this matchup? Were you expecting the Tog?
I was not expecting the Tog. So appreciate the Tog. I see the Tog. Yeah, I knew you were gonna probably use Disciples of the Vault at some point, but I did not expect the combo of the Togs.
I'm not gonna lie, I only put them in because our patron told me that they
Really?
exist, and I was like, wow, yeah, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't
It's such a
thinking.
Kurin card though.
I know, but I wasn't thinking Disciple and Atog.
Right.
Originally I was gonna go red and blue,
Right.
and then he was like Disciple of the Vault, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So
curious to what blue is in your deck then. Probably like, I don't know, some tutors, some card
you
draw.
might have to see. You might have to see. I do have some pretty janky, crazy stuff. But Colin, you lost, so you get to decide. I'm guessing you're going first.
Oh please, I need all the help I can get in this one, I think.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. This hand is probably the worst hand I've ever seen in the game.
Really?
This
Oh
is
my
this is actually
God,
insane.
what is happening? I have a really, I have one land. How is that
I have one
possible?
land. I have one land.
Do we
Holy
play it
shit.
out then?
I guess we play it out. That's crazy. I was looking at my hand in disbelief because I'm like, I only have one
God,
land.
This is so bad news bears.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the worst place. I will say I'm actually in an okay place if things can go okay.
I think
But,
you're gonna win this. I don't know how I get out of this. Like,
All right,
genuinely.
Well, I guess we find out. I'm gonna put.
Yeah,
I've got my
that's-
cards. Let me know. This is why you put in serum powders, I guess.
Yeah. How many serum powders did you open?
I opened 2.
I also opened 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I almost put them in this deck, and then they went to the sideboard, and then they left the sideboard.
Oh my God. That's so
looks
funny.
like we both could have used it.
Yeah. This is the
all right.
game showing us that it's not useless.
That's right. That's right. All right, are you good? Do you have your cards?
Yeah, I guess I'll keep these. I mean,
All right.
I don't think that we're gonna last long in this one.
We'll see, man. We'll see. If I don't draw land, you might. If you draw land, you might win.
Even if I draw land, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you're first.
Okay. Well.
Play your one land.
Here we go. Oh, I drew like an idiot. I'm sorry. Put that back
It's
on
okay.
top. It's bad omens, anyways.
You can shuffle. You can shuffle. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, shuffle.
Okay.
We haven't even started.
Okay. I will play my one land.
Oh god,
It's a colorless land.
too. Oh god, yeah.
I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will say I'm in a much better spot than you then. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main one, I didn't draw a land, if that makes you feel better, but I did get my
little bit.
Volta Whispers. My Volta Whispers does get me Disciple of the Vault.
Oh god,
So
I'm gonna get beaten
I have
down by
cards.
a human cleric. This is
You might get
embarrassing.
you might.
Said you were gonna bring the beats, you weren't lying. Pass turn.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, that's not a land either. Disciple of the Vault.
Oh my god. At least it's only
Attack.
gonna be 10 turns.
I'll hit you. I'll
Take
pass to
one.
you.
God, untap, upkeep, draw. Whoa, another Darksteel Citadel.
Oh, come on. You must have a play off that.
Luckily I do.
Oh, those little arc-bound boys, you know?
Yeah, the little guys. I will play an Arcbound Slith.
Okay.
Pass turn.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So
Untap.
let's trade it with a vault.
upkeep.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Uh-oh.
we're cooking with gas.
I don't
we're
think
cooking
this
with
is gonna
gas.
last much longer.
We'll see. This is...
You do need an ATOG, I think.
This puts you in a position that you have to deal with it, or you will probably lose.
Okay.
So I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to play a card that I got a couple copies of. Imperial Plate.
Oh god.
So, equip creature has +1/+1 for each card in your hand.
In my hand?
No, in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's.
But next turn, that's going to be +6/+6. So it's a win condition.
Damn. Okay.
Now, I will say something about Imperial Plate. Colin, I rolled my Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you got on your Victor's Wheel, but for my Wheel of Fortune, I spun like the last set's packs times 6.
Oh.
So I got to open 6 Mirrodin packs.
That's so good. Oh my god.
The Mirrodin packs were pretty good. They weren't great. I didn't actually get any artifact lands. I got 1 artifact land.
Oh,
So it
okay.
didn't even like do anything. And then I didn't get any Mire Enforcer or any Frog Mites.
Of course.
All commons.
Yeah.
And then, but my rares and uncommons were okay. I got a card that's in this deck I won't spoil. I got 2 copies of Imperial Plate, which is kind of cool. It was pretty
That's
nice.
pretty good. I don't know.
It was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
What did you, out of curiosity, I know this is kind of a deviating from the game, but what did you get for your Victor's Wheel?
Can you guess?
Did you get a deck box?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. That's why I was shocked that you didn't react to seeing this deck and being like, wow, you sacked goblins for this?
Okay, to be fair, yes, that's true. But also Urza is just really good, so like I don't blame you.
But Urza
but
Modular?
yeah.
Like, come on.
I was gonna go Urza Modular.
Really?
I was gonna switch-
Would you have considered that an extra deck, or would it be an
No,
Urza deck?
no, that would have been been my Urza.
So
deck,
this is
'cause
an
it's-
Urza deck then.
Yeah, I'd say it's an Urza big mana deck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. We're flexible. We're
Yeah.
flexible. We'll talk. We'll talk more about it off.
Yeah.
off
Okay,
camera,
okay.
But I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I want to trade. Not particularly. I'll let you make that decision. I'll go ahead.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Wow, and Urza's mine.
Nice.
Will he get a colored mana? I'll trade any day if you'll upgrade my Stinger. So I will attack.
Okay. I'll take 1.
This guy will get another counter on him.
Yeah.
Pass turn to you.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. That's pretty good.
That Imperial Plate, all you gotta do is
Yeah.
equip it.
I'm just gonna equip
This
it.
game's gonna...
Yeah.
Depends on how many creatures they can get.
Funny enough, though, Colin, I'll
You're
go to
not going to
combat-
attack?
I'll swing with 1.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not swinging with the Imperial Plate?
No.
I'll take 1. That's fine.
Okay. I'll pass.
That's super chill. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1.
Gotta give you a fighting chance.
What
right?
are you up to? Because now I can just start attacking.
Oh, actually, I may
this
have made a
guy.
mistake. That's true. Okay.
Take 1.
I'll take 1. I mean, you could have crashed the Arcbound Slith and buffed up the other guy, too.
Yeah, but now I
Okay.
can block and then buff him up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no lands.
Well, then perhaps you've fallen into my devious trap, Colin. Do you ever think
Maybe
about
that's true. That's why I'm like, what are you up to?
that?
Fast turn.
Alright,
This is very
untap.
tragic.
Upkeep, draw, main 1.
Chipping away.
Let's throw down a Volta Whispers. I did get a land.
It's good.
I think I do this. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna cast Diabolic Intent, sacrificing a Disciple of the Vault
Interesting.
to tutor for any card. Is that resolve? It's all good?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. I'll grab this, and
Is there
then I will
artifact
shuffle.
counter spell in this game?
There is a 1 mana artifact counter spell. It's a null. It was in a Mirrodin. 1 blue mana. So you know.
Oh no,
but-
like if there was a colorless counterspell, I guess. Is what
Oh no. I don't think they've ever printed a colorless counterspell.
That's when the
Break
game
the pie
just
too
breaks.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I quit.
And I'll also cast a Pyrite Spellbomb, which is a 1 mana card. Pay a red and sack it to deal 2 damage to any target, or pay mana, sack it to draw a card.
Interesting.
And I'll pass you.
Still attacking, hey? Sacrifice it. I see you're trying to kill both the modulars at once. But you can't. Wait, sacrifice. You don't have red mana yet.
I don't have red mana, correct.
That's cheeky. I see what you're up to. Main one.
I'm glad.
Oh, come on. This is the whole reason I made this deck is because of this card, and I'm never going to be able to play it. Oh, come on. Come on, man. This would have, like, blown your mind. Oh.
Hey, you might still play it. You never know.
There's no shot. Fast turn.
Okay.
It's like, when I show you, you'll understand.
Okay. I'll play Great Furnace.
Oh, I'm so dead now. Okay.
Let's go to combat, and I'll swing for 6. Is it worth losing both your boys?
I don't think so. I'll take 6. Unless you have some
No. That's all.
shenanigans.
I'm full of shenanigans, my dude. I think I'm just gonna use that red mana to instead cast ATOG.
Fuck.
And also throw down a Mire Moon Vessel.
Yeah, this
Who,
is
when he
over.
gets in graveyard, he games you mana. I'll pass you.
Untap, upkeep, draw,
destined
main
to draw.
one. Nope.
So this is how your artifact career ends.
Yeah, I guess I moved to discard.
Oh shit, you have 8 cards in hand, yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Well, I'll pitch the Darksteel reactor and reveal my grand plan.
Darksteel reactor!
Pass turn to you.
What the fuck? How did you think you were winning with this?
I'll
How many
explain
cop-
after. I'll explain
Okay.
after. Yeah.
I'm curious how many copies of it you have, to be honest.
Oh, this is the. There's 3 win cons in this deck, and that's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main one, yeah. I got my Sea of Synod too.
Yeah, this is it. You can just swing out, right?
I can't get the ATOG through, otherwise you just be dead. No, maybe I can win.
Don't you just?
Oh no, I don't
Don't
have
you
enough
just
red
bomb
mana.
one of my guys and then swing in with the ATOG?
Yeah,
and
but then you block the ATOG. You don't die.
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
then
can-
you pump the ATOG enough to kill the Arcbound, and then I die next
Oh,
turn.
for sure. Yeah. It is, you're definitely on a clock. I want to make sure I play efficiently, that's all. If I had 1 more red mana, you'd just be dead. Yeah, I guess so. 1, 2, 3. Sideboard card. Croesus's Charm from...
Oh wow, what a throwback.
From Plan or something? I don't remember this one. Plane Chase. Wasn't it Plane Chase or something? No, not Plane
Plane
Chase.
Shift.
Do you remember? Plane Shift. That was it. Yeah. I'm just gonna bounce the Slith, and then we'll go combat, and yeah, 1 and this guy. Fuck it. I'll throw the Mire in too. You have to block the
14,
ATOG or you
yeah.
die.
Bam.
Okay, so you take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, and then the guy dies and you take another one because of the Disciple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, you're at 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you lose. I'm just gonna sacrifice.
No,
my
oh,
artifacts
you have more?
I could just sack all the artifacts and kill you with Disciple to Vault.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So I'll just.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be risky, I guess, but it may be
No,
something.
you.
but-
I do not have anything, so
Okay.
that's
Okay.
why you draw
Wait.
nothing but colorless man.
That's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 life.
Man, that
Cool.
was tragic.
Holy shit, man! All right,
Do you want to see
I'm-
what was in my hand?
Sure. Let's
Okay,
dump your
so
head.
I had a lightning bolt.
This was my head.
I had a brainstorm.
Oh,
I
you
had
got
an
that.
annul.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've heard that's a good card.
My next lowest ones were Arcbound Hybrid, Factor Fiction.
Okay.
Oh, I guess the Slith was in my hand, but you bounced that, so whatever.
Yeah.
Next highest one,
Okay.
Arcbound Overseer.
Okay. Nice.
Kieran, can you guess what costs more mana than an Arcbound Overseer?
Oh my God! You got a Darksteel Forge.
Darksteel
Oh,
Colossus.
Colossus! Dude, that's so sad.
That
I know I
was-
won the episode, but I'm so sad. It's so funny how similar our decks are in some ways, you know?
I don't
Like,
know how.
obviously they're very
yeah.
different, but like the fact you're playing blue red, like drawing cards with fact or fiction, like I considered lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Like it's your deck is like a weird combination of this one and my other one.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a
yeah,
weird
it's like,
hybrid.
it's a weird hybrid. I opened up this Panoptic Mirror, which is just a one of, but it's a 5-mana artifact with imprint by exiling instant or sorcery from your hand with the X cost. So it's very expensive because you have to pay the 5 mana to play it, and you have to pay the mana to tap it and imprint. But then at the beginning of your upkeep, you copy the imprinted card and cast it without paying its mana cost. So if I have enough mana or enough time, I can play Panoptic Mirror, and I could do a fact or fiction. I could like get a fact or fiction every turn, which is really strong, or that sort of thing. But if I exile Time Warp or Temporal Manipulation with Panoptic Mirror, I basically win the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm
you just
going to
have
get an extra turn,
turns.
infinite turns. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So-
it's like an
so it's
Isochron Scepter without the
it's-
mana restriction.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something you have to keep an eye out with this deck, is that combo in particular for
Yeah.
infinite turns.
I feel like that even just the ATOG Disciple with the Vault combo is like, man, you're gonna like come in guns blazing any second.
Yeah.
And the
it's a
ATOG's
we-
really good because you can't really like damage it down.
Yeah,
So you
you
want
have
to
to
go for the
kill it with
Disciples
removal.
then, but like even then you can in
Yeah.
response do
Well,
stuff, right?
And then I have the Whisper Silk Cloaks and stuff
Yeah.
too. Colin, we did it. Darksteel is behind us.
Darksteel done.
Darksteel done. I want to just in this ending our little conversation at the end mention, ask you, like, clearly you got pretty good Darksteel pulls, I think.
Yeah, I think I got some really good ones and some really not great ones.
Right, but you got
Yeah.
the Darksteel Forge, you got the Colossus, you got
Yeah, I got not the Darksteel Forge. I got the Colossus
or
and the Reactor.
you got the Darksteel Reactor. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of the upgrades, like a lot of those, what was the set of like the cards that can like either bounce the same name or destroy the same name or whatever.
Oh yeah, the commons.
Like all
yeah,
those
right.
are just like great, like potential
Yeah.
sideboardy stuff as well.
Yeah. Did you
yeah.
get any? I realized after the fact that we never mentioned that there's 2 swords in the deck in the set.
Oh,
Sort
I
of-
got
did you-
Ice and Fire.
Okay, well then, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you pulled well. Did you get Arcbound Ravager? I'm guessing it would have been in your deck if you had.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you just
Yeah.
got the Overseer, the big boy. Yeah, man. Okay, so I'll let you know now. I pulled utter dog shit in Darksteel, and I was so
Really?
sad. Yeah, the only thing I got that was really good, my common and uncommon luck was okay. I got 2 Aether Vials, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I got 2 Skull Clamps, which is great.
Yeah.
And then I got a lot of play sets. Like I got the Darksteel Citadel play set. I got a bunch of the commons. But my rare luck was awful, man. I didn't pick up any swords. I didn't get Memnarch. I didn't get the Colossus. I didn't get any of the good Arcbound cards. I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
It was depressing.
I feel like I pulled better than you then.
And we're going into 5th Dawn.
Mhm.
So that's going to introduce more modular cards, more affinity cards, probably some other mechanics from that set as well, more artifacts.
Mhm.
It's going to be the culmination. It's going to be the crescendo of the artifact era for this block.
Oh yeah. And I
I'd
will
be
never
curious to
play
see-
artifacts again ever.
Never again, even though I have 2 artifact-based decks and you have 1 now. Kind of dug ourselves into that.
Yeah.
Until then, thank you guys for watching. Colin and I will be continuing to untap, unkeep, undraw, and be terribly inefficient. Sorry.
I was like, did you
my
freeze?
brain was rebooting.
It's okay. You're
we're
being
just
downloaded to the Matrix, the Meyer Matrix.
downloaded to the Meyer Matrix. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's another
I
call
guess-
that I got, but
Oh, I wish I got Meyer Matrix.
no.
That's all right. I won't be tapping a Meyer Matrix, but we will be continuing to tap our cards sideways, and we very much hope that you'll be continuing to untap them with us, or tip them or untip them, however you wish to say it. And here's a tip. I don't have a tip today. Do you have a tip?
Not even the 12-card mulligan system can save you from being mana screwed.
It's true. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I
shocked.
genuinely, this has never happened, and we play it in
To
our
both of
Commander.
us.
Yeah, even to both of us
us.
too. Like even when we
Yeah.
play it with Commander, it's like how we prefer to play and stuff. And
Yeah, it's very
never
unlikely.
seen that happen.
Yeah, it was very unlikely. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But for now, we will continue to try to avoid that as we traverse the multiverse. Today we were in Mirrodin. Tomorrow we'll be in Mirrodin. But we won't be in Mirrodin much longer. My name's Kieran.
My name's Colin.
And we will catch you guys in the episode of 5th Dawn. Bye! In the episode of 5th Dawn.
Inside the dawn of the 5th.
In the 5th dawn, on the 5th episode. Oh, it wasn't
On the dawn of the
Anyway,
5th day, look to the east, and Gandalf will ride down.
Next week, we're opening Lord of the Rings.